Everything about what I am is a miracle. I believe in myself, and without that, I wouldn't be here right now talking. My business is Scan with Nan. What I do is I take all your documents and your own photos, and I like to scan them onto your computer and put them on CD or your flash drive. Self-advocate is for people who have a voice to stand up, and for the people who cannot speak. Some of my friends have Down syndrome, autism. I have some friends who are paralyzed. They use devices to speak out.
These are my grandsons. I've had them since 1988. Back then, diagnosis for autism was very slow coming, and it was considered a low incidence disability back then. They have to have assistance with all aspects of daily living. A parent has to quit a job, and then everybody looks at the parent and says, "Why aren't you working?" I do still work. I work for the school system, and I might have a presentation planned. And that might be the day that somebody decides they're having major meltdown. And how do you work that out so that you can be where you're supposed to be and handle the crisis that you're having with a child?
When Chris was 6 months of age, he contracted spinal meningitis. I almost lost him. He almost died. And through that, that's how my journey into disability world began. People think it's a charity case, but it's not. He wants to be a productive member of society. He wants to pay taxes just like we do.
Nandi is on the COMP residential waiver, which means that she gets community living assistance. The word waiver originated with the fact that all funds for people with disabilities originally went to institutions. As people began to realize that our children with disabilities could actually live in the community, they started advocating for people to come out of the institutions and live in the community with those same funds. The money that is spent on a person in an institution is about 3 times what is spent for almost the same kinds of supports out in the community, and the quality of life is 100% better.
I have cerebral palsy, and it affects my muscles and the way I speak. I can't walk, so I use my wheelchair for mobility.
Kylie is 24 years old and recently graduated from Reinhardt University with a degree in psychology. She's doing what she loves to do, which is teaching self-advocacy and life skills to young adults that have graduated from high school and are in that transition time. Kylie's just opened my eyes and certainly everybody.
Chris started in July of 2012 at the Tasty Cake, which is also known as Flowers Bakery in Riverdale, and that was brought on by his support employment with Briggs & Associates.
When we bring our people into the community and they're working, you'll see a big change with employers on how they view people with physical or mental disabilities.
If the state cut back on funding or the amount of money they put into the waivers, they would also lose the federal funds that they would otherwise draw down.
May I be honest when I say this? Either Georgia can pay down or Georgia can pay later. You lose a workforce of people who want to work and can work. You lose parents who'd have to come off their jobs to take care of their children. And you have some parents now who made that sacrifice.
Be there for your children with disability. Talk to them, be there for them, support them, and be their potential guide. Like my mom and my dad have been helping me from day one when I was born.
We are very hardworking. We appreciate everything we have. I want to make a contribution.
I want to be a voice for them and help them to reach their potential and their dreams and make themselves known to the world.